1-800-449-8255, the Clark the Shark Show. And I'm just sitting here looking at AOL.com looking for ideas. Here's one. Today's November 23, I guess, 2023. It was Thanksgiving today. Biden tells Americans we have to bring the nation together. What does that even mean? If Trump says that, the Democrats are up in arms. They're like, how dare Trump say we have to bring the nation together? Right here on the Clark the Shark Show at 1-800-449-8255 from the fabulous golden EIB Sharkerphone. It's not a microphone, you guys. It's a Sharkerphone from the Wolfman Jack on crack, Clark the Shark at WABC Radio New York City, baby. Yeah. 98-year-old Joe Biden says to Americans, we have to bring the nation together. What does that mean? Come over to the Democrat side? You want us to fucking bring what together? Dude, what are you talking about? You want the Republicans to be like, let people come in from everywhere and vote and jack up our rent, to $5,000 a month because they live 9 people in one apartment. Is that what you mean, Joe? And then some Republicans are like, well, wait a minute, Shark, that's good. We like 9 people living in an apartment. That makes us money at 1-800-449-8255. Matter of fact, Shark, the hell with you. We don't need you. We're with Joe. We like the 9 people all from like El Salvador living in one apartment. And Trump's like, yeah, Sharky, you racist, get out of here at 1-800-449-8255. And Joe's like, yeah, what's wrong with that, Sharky? Look at me, I'm 99 years old and I'm your president. If a 99-year-old guy can be president, Sharky, he has every right to tell Americans, you got to come together. Come on over to the Democrat socialist side, Sharky, where it's cradle to grave handouts forever, and you'll just complain and bitch and whine, and you're entitled forever, Sharky. Come on, it's just like Russia. It's all free. Oh, yeah, sure. It's all free. The killing fields. Kill everyone with glasses at 1-800-449-8255. Yeah, pretty soon somebody gets jealous of somebody else living in a nice building. Or maybe they just got glasses on, Joe. Or Trump and Republicans. The Republicans are like, Sharky, let the free market decide, Sharky. Oh, look at her, you guys. Fans say they weren't prepared for Dakota Johnson. Oh, dude. She's like, look at me, Sharky. I'm so beautiful. I don't even think she's that hot, you guys. And in like 10 years, dude, she won't be hot. She won't even be as good looking as me. And I'm 58, going on 59 here, right here on the Clark the Shark Show. 1-800-449-8255 from the fabulous golden EIB Sharkerphone. It's not a microphone, baby. It's a Sharkerphone. And it was given to me by Dick Clark. Because he's a dick, and I'm a dick, and I'm named Clark. Clark the Shark at 1-800-449-8255. Yeah, Dakota Johnson. This chick isn't even that hot, you guys. Form-fitting black dress. Dude, I don't want to see her in a form-fitting anything, you guys. I mean, you heard of fucking Facebook, hot or not. That's not hot, you guys. I mean, if I was really drunk on like 50 fucking beers and shots of vodka, maybe then, you guys, 1-800-449-8255. But until then, no. That's not that hot. And this is pseudo news, by the way. Dakota Johnson or her agent or publicist paid for this news so she can go on Yahoo and AOL and Time Warner and all that fucking liberal shit with her ad promoting herself, hoping that her phone will ring right here on the Clark the Shark Show, 1-800-449-8255. But from me, baby, I don't think you're that hot, Dakota. I don't even fucking like the name Dakota, dude. That's not a girl's name. That's like a guy's name, or that's not a name at all. That's like the name of a state. Dakota, that's a fucking major appliance or something. That's not a fucking name. 1-800-449-8255. And this family forced to adopt their own biological baby. Oh, dude, what? I got to read that again. Michigan parents forced to adopt their biological twins are closer to changing surrogacy law. So, in other words, a surrogate came to them, and then they had babies, or a baby, not plural. Turned out to be two babies, twins, biological. And they're like, here, surrogate, you want the baby? And the surrogate's like, you know what? I changed my mind. I don't want twins. And the couple's like, well, we don't want twins. I think this is where this is going, you guys. They're like, we'll do one, but we don't want two. And the surrogate's like, I don't want two. I asked for one. You know, it's like an Uber ride now. You guys are arguing. And now this, probably some judge, liberal or conservative, is like, parents, you got to keep your babies, your biological twins. And he forced the parents to adopt their own kids. I think that's good, you guys. I think if you have, designer twins, or if a surrogate comes to you and changes her mind, or you change your mind, or dude, yeah, let the judge decide. Let God decide, you guys. 1-800-449-8255. Archaeologists think they might have found Noah's Ark. Dude, I have no comment, you guys. I don't even know if there was a Noah or an ark. I mean, the Bible says there was or is, or I'm still like, God, why would you do that? Why would you wipe out the world and then have Noah and all the animals on an ark to restart the world again or something? And God's like, shark, I have my ways. Don't question them. And I'm like, you could have just made it all heaven and gotten rid of all the fucking liberals. And he's like, no, they have a chance too, Shark. I want, like, liberals to maybe go to heaven. And I'm like, dude, no, I don't want fucking liberals in my heaven, God. I don't want to share heaven with liberals. I don't want Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton going to heaven, even if they turn it around and beg for mercy, dude. I don't want to be around them. And God's like, well, maybe you're bad, Sharky, at 1-800-449-8255 on the Clark the Shark Show. Yes, Sharky, maybe you're bad because you don't like liberals. And I'm like, no, dude, I don't fucking like people that are pro-choice. Fuck that. I don't like people that are proud of, they're proud of being black, or they're proud of being Mexican, or they're proud of being Middle Eastern, or proud of being Indian, dude. And then white people aren't allowed to be proud, or dude, fuck that. I don't want anybody to be proud. And God's like, well, you got a point there, Sharky. That's a good point. At 1-800-449-8255, right here on the Clark the Shark Show, where I accept no racism or pride. If you're proud of anything, dude, I want you to leave the room right now and get off the Clark the Shark Show, because I won't even tolerate you being proud of driving for Uber all day and making $80 for driving for Uber for 24 hours. And then you look at your Uber thing and all you made was $78. And then when you deduct the gas and the wear and tear on your car and everything else, your food, you really only made $20 for the day. Fucking congratulations. And Ashton Kutcher's like, yeah, Sharky, don't drive for Uber. What are you doing? And I'm like, dude, I got credit card debt. I don't drive for Uber anymore, like where you pick up people. I just do Uber Eats at 1-800-449-8255. And I found that pays more. Like there's more tips and shit. But Uber found a way not to pay me with that too. It's called, they don't beep you. You just sit there for hours and hours at Jack in the Box or Taco Bell or El Polo Loco or Five Guys, and your fucking thing doesn't beep. And Uber's like, we're playing God with you, Sharky, because we heard you might be a conservative, like one of those redneck hillbilly right-wingers for Trump. So we're not giving you any beeps. And I'm like, well, I'm not really for Trump at 1-800-449-8255. It's just because the Democrats are such fucking loser liberals. I would vote Democrat if they had some common sense or wits about them, but I fucking can't vote for them. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show, 1-800-449-8255. I'd vote for Ashton Kutcher, because at least he's sharing a Thanksgiving message after months of silence amid Danny Masterson letters. I don't even know what that is. I think Danny Masterson was the guy that back in 1986, he allegedly raped women. Yeah, isn't that great, dude? The liberals in the court system come after you fucking 40 years later with no witnesses, no evidence, nothing, just hearsay, that supposedly back in 1973 you raped someone. Dude, we fucking all raped someone back in 1972, liberals. At 1-800-449-8255. Even you liberals did it too. And they're like, no, not us, Sharky. We're pure as the driven snow. We're not like Danny Masterson or Ashton Kutcher or Demi Moore. Demi Moore like raped him, you guys, and she's like 80 and he's like 40. And now he's like, I'm changing. I'm turning into a Republican. Ashton Kutcher, R, California, vote for me. He's like, I always was hidden in the closet, a Republican. I'm like, dude, I just don't vote. I won't vote Republican or Democrat anymore because I don't care what you are, dude. Republicans just want the cheap labor and Democrats want the cheap vote. But everybody wants the expensive rent that's $4,500 a month and then 9 people living together. And then if you're not one of the 9 people all living in a California apartment that costs $6,000 a month, well, then you're out living in a tent at Venice Beach or practically anywhere now. It could be Venice, or Vista, California, or Oceanside, California, or Torrance. It doesn't have to be Skid Row now. With rent being $8,000 a month and 9 people living together, and most of these 9 people aren't citizens, by the way. Ashton Kutcher's like, well, Shark, you got to have a heart. Everyone needs a home. We'll just make the rent $9,000 a month, and then 9 people from Belize or Colombia or Brazil or Poland can all come here and live together, Shark. And if you don't like it, you can just go live in a tent. If you don't want to vote for me, Ashton Kutcher, R, California. I'm running for U.S. Senate. You guys, I don't even know if Ashton Kutcher's running for anything. He just looks like a phony Republican politician, like a protege of like fucking Arnold or, Marco Rubio or some shit. He's like, let the free market decide, Sharky. Who cares if the rent is $9,000 a month and we got 12 people all living from El Salvador, all from Nicaragua living in one apartment, driving up the rent even higher. And if you don't like it, Sharky, we'll just let the free market decide because you're a loser, Sharky. You're a goddamn scumbag who can't handle $9,000 a month. So why don't you go live in a tent down in Venice? Actually, you don't have to be in Venice now. You could just live in a tent in Torrance, Redondo Beach. Fuck it, dude. You could even live in Palos Verdes in a tent right here on the Clark the Shark Show, 1-800-449-8255. And everybody's like, well, Sharky, you got to let the free market decide, like Ashton Kutcher, Republican senator of California. Look at him, dude. Doesn't he look like a fucking Republican from California? Or a Democrat. Dude, it's the same thing. Republican, Democrat. There's no difference in California. They all want high rent. They all call you a loser if you don't like the high rent. They all want legal marijuana, dude. They all want, same-sex marriage. I mean, what's the fucking difference now, dude? There are no morals. And God's like, well, you, Sharky, dude, you don't even believe in me. And I'm like, I want to believe in you, God, but with Ashton Kutcher as my senator, how can I believe in anything? At 1-800-449-8255. And God's like, Sharky, why don't you run for Senate? And I'm like, dude, I don't want to run for Senate or Congress or Attorney General or, Associate General or any of that fucking shit, because I would want to cut the rent. And God's like, no, Sharky, let the free market decide. And I'm like, wait a minute, God, you're like a free market guy? He's like, yeah, Sharky, I'm a free trader at 1-800-449-8255. And I'm like, even the good Lord wants high rent then. And he's like, sure, Sharky. It's just like Job. I'll send you suffering and yeah, you can handle it, Sharky, at the end of your life, right when you're going insane and your brain's about to just explode out of your head. Then I'll come and be like, it's all good, Sharky. Here, come on into heaven. And I'm like, the first thing I'm going to do in heaven, God, is try to find you and sock you. You know that, dude, don't you? He's like, you never catch me, Sharky, because Ashton Kutcher is your senator at 1-800-449-8255. He was married to that Demi Moore. I'm like, God, I don't care if you make Ashton Kutcher senator or congressman or attorney general or treasurer, I don't care. I just want the rent to be cheaper. Make rent $1,200 a month again, or $850, so we can get a 1-bedroom apartment for $750. And God's like, no, I want rent to be $3,000 a month for a 1-bedroom. Forget it, Sharky. How about $3,500 a month for a studio where you just walk in and your bed is in the living room? Matter of fact, Shark, your bed and your toilet are in the living room. Matter of fact, there's only one room. It's the living room where you got the kitchen, the toilet, and I'm all, wait a minute, God, that's like prison. There's not even a partition. There's just a bed with a toilet and a sink and a kitchen and a fridge, a little tiny microwave, and God's like, yeah, Shark, I want you to suffer so that one day you can say, I can say to Satan that, see, you couldn't take Shark's soul. He kept believing in me. He kept praying to me. Even when I have had Sharky living in a studio for $3,500 a month, not even a 1-bedroom. It's just a studio with a toilet actually connected to his bed. And it's only $3,500 a month. And next door, we got 9 people all living in the studio next door to Sharky. And I'm like, God, that's cool. We're all overpopulated. We got all these people breeding. They're having sex. They don't even fucking know how to speak English, or I don't know what they know how to fucking do. But there's one thing they know how to do, Lord, is breed. And I'm not just talking about the brown or the black people. I'm even fucking talking about the white people and everybody. And God's like, well, not you, Sharky. And I'm like, dude, I think, therefore I am, God. I wasn't gonna breed after my family in Torrance and Redondo Beach. The way I grew up with 9 people, I didn't want to have kids. As a matter of fact, I didn't even want to meet a girl or anything or get married after that experience. And God's like, they treated you like shit, Sharky, because they love you. Just like me at 1-800-449-8255. And I'm like, well, God, you got an interesting way of showing that you love us by treating us like shit. And Ashton Kutcher's like, well, I had to be married to Demi Moore, Sharky. Well, what are you bitching about? And I'm like, dude, I'll fucking marry Demi Moore. Dude, Ashton Kutcher's like, no, you don't want to marry her, Sharky. Trust me. She's old. She's really old. At 1-800-449-8255. And I'm like, dude, I don't care. Ashton, age is just a number. At 1-800-449-8255 on the Clark the Shark Show from the fabulous golden EIB Sharkerphone. It's not a microphone, baby. It's a Sharkerphone. And Ashton's like, I'm starting to like your show, Sharky. I might even sponsor it when I'm running for Republican senator or congressman or attorney general or governor or Ashton's like, I'm going to run for something and be a Republican. And I'm like, Ashton, I don't want you to even run as a Democrat. Dude, you're best at just being a sperm donor for like older gals that can't have a kid anyway or reproduce or, and he's like, no, I can still do it, Sharky. Look at me. I'm serious. You see, Sharky, your problem is you're not serious like me. At 1-800-449-8255, Ashton Kutcher. I'm serious, Sharky, and I got a Thanksgiving message for all of you. I've been keeping silent about that Danny Masterson thing, Sharky. But now I'm going to let it out and speak. And I'm like, dude, I don't even care if Danny Masterson raped a chick back in 1963, dude. And Ashton's like, come on, Sharky, you gotta care. And I'm like, dude, what is this shit the liberals do, or even some rhino Republicans? Like, they bring up your past from 30, 40 fucking years ago. Ashton's like, it all matters, Sharky. Trust me. That's why I'm running for Senate. Vote for me, Sharky. I'm going to turn California red. I'm like, dude... I'm like, Ashton Kutcher, I don't want you to be a Republican. You're not going to make me vote for you or a Democrat or whatever the fuck, or the Natural Law or the Green Party with like Ralph Nader. I don't even care. He's like, Sharky, you're just one vote. I don't care. I can get votes from like people from El Salvador who don't even have a driver's license in California. And I'm like, Ashton, are you accusing people of voter fraud? Because you sound like a conspiracy nut. You're a conspiracy theorist, Ashton Kutcher. He's like, well, Sharky, if they vote Democrat, that's okay. We don't like check the signature or the envelope. Or I'm like, wait a minute, so you're saying it's okay for people to like come from El Salvador and vote for Democrats but not Republicans? If they vote Republican, then we will check for signature or verify the address. And Ashton's like, sure, but like, I'm not running as a Democrat, Sharky. I'm a Republican. And I'm like, well, you ain't gonna fucking win in California, Ashton douchebag, because it's a blue state, my friend, and everyone lives in a fucking tent at 1-800-449-8255 because the taxes are high, the rent's high. Matter of fact, everyone's fucking high because we got legal drugs out here, Ashton. And he's like, good, I'm a Republican. I'm all for legal drugs, legal abortion, legal same-sex marriage. Matter of fact, I'm for bestiality marriage. You can marry your dog. How's that, Sharky? And I'm a Republican, too. I'm like, cool. Well, looks like now I'm voting Democrat in California 2024. Perhaps. 1-800-449-8255. The Pilgrims didn't invite Native Americans to a feast. What? Dude, why the Thanksgiving myth matters. I don't know what happened there, you guys. Like, I know the white people came over from Europe, like that Iron Maiden song, like, white man came across the sea, it brought us pain and misery. And Republicans are like, no, Sharky, that didn't happen. We formed an alliance with some of the Indians over here. And I'm like, well, what if like we didn't come here? And they're like, well, like, it's better that we came here because we built it all up, Sharky. I'm like, well, that is true, but like, it still remains true. Like, the white Europeans came and like stole the land, and maybe even stole the turkey at 1-800-449-8255. And I'm like, matter of fact, God, why did you let that happen? I mean, we know humans are fuck ups, but God's like, because red, white, and blue, Sharky. Land of the free, little pink houses for Shark and me. I'm like, God, you don't have a house. He's like, I have a kingdom in heaven, Sharky, and you're not welcome because you lack faith. And I'm like, I don't even know if I do. I mean, I don't even know anymore. I don't know what to think. And God's like, well, you're too smart, Sharky. You're like that Frank Zappa. You're always thinking. You don't do drugs. And use your brain too much, Sharky, at 1-800-449-8255. And I'm like, we'll revitalize your computer and bring it back to life. Boost performance. Bro, that's like, sounds like Viagra. Like boost performance. All right, here on the Sharky Show. And they're marching. Oh, they got into the Palestinians. Dude, that's weird. I don't know whose side I'm on there. I know that all the conservatives are automatically on Israel's side. But sometimes I'm like, dude, it's like the Indians. The white man came across the sea, only this time it was the Mediterranean. And they're like, well, Sharky, we all came because Hitler was mean to us. So we had to go back to like our homeland from 2,000 years ago. And I'm like, dude, I wish I could just go back to Redondo right now and take over 251 Paseo de Gracia, because it was my homeland from like 20, 30 years ago. Like it was my homeland. I don't know, dude. When it comes to Palestine, Palestinian and Israel, I used to be one of those totally pro-Israel guys, but I'm not so sure now. I don't like the way the Palestinians attack Israel, but what else? Sometimes I'm like, fuck, dude, what else can they do? They want Israel out of there, and they want it to be Palestine again. And it was Palestine for like 2,000 years until 1947 or 1918 or something. When the British, the Ottoman Empire started to fall apart, and the British had the region and started putting, Jewish people there. And sometimes I think the Palestinians have a point, you guys. At 1-800-449-8255, and conservatives are like, no, we got to have a place so when Jesus comes back, Sharky, I'm like, oh, dude, Jesus could come back to Catalina or Fiji or, Maui or something. Why does he have to go there? And they're like, because that's the Holy Land, Sharky. In the Bible, in Scripture, the Jews have to be there in Jerusalem. And I'm like, I guess 1-800-449-8255, the Clark the Shark Show. Jobs, not jail. A judge was sick of sending kids to prison, so he found a better way. Believe me, you guys, prison is better, not jobs. New York City Mayor Eric Adams accused of 1983 sex assault. Yeah, dude, let's hold him for a 1965 sex assault, you guys. Like, now isn't he the guy who just last week they got him on something else? So if that didn't work, then the Democrats who want to, for some reason, they're trying to really get this Democrat. And they do it for balance because you know how they censor you, like Zuckerberg, big tech. First, they censor the conservatives, and then guess who they censor next? Why, it's your friends in the liberal community. And when they charge you for a fake sex assault from 1972, they do the same thing, you guys. Like, first, Eric Adams is guilty of something, and if that doesn't work, then it's a sex assault next week. It's almost getting predictable now, you guys, at 1-800-449-8255 on the Clark the Shark Show. Sorry about that. First, they accused him of some political thing, like taking bribes. Oh, yeah, like that really matters to Democrats. They all take fucking bribes or lobbyist shit. And if that doesn't work, well, they'll bring up a 1983 sex assault. They're trying to go after this guy because they also want to go after Trump and Republicans, and Santos is really why they're doing this, you guys. Duh, at 1-800-449-8255. And people are like, you're onto something there, Sharky, and these wild beasts are taking over. Is America ready for super pigs from Canada? Like, super pigs? Dude, what are these? Like wild boar? Wild Canadian swine. Dude, that looks like Hillary Clinton. Look at that beast. 1-800-449-8255. Michael J. Fox. Jeff Bridges. Dude. What do we care about them for? Health crises. And there's a lot of health crises, but why Michael J. Fox and Jeff Bridges? Why are their crises on the cover of AOL like it's more important? Hezbollah fires rockets at North Israel after an airstrike kills 5 of the group's senior fighters. Yeah, dude, like, they want Israel out of there, you guys. The Muslims do. I mean, I don't know, dude. Sometimes I'm like, what is Israel doing there? You know, guy hit in the head, baseball. Oh, dude, a coma. Dude in a coma. High school senior in coma after being hit in the head with a baseball bat. Dude. Yeah, dude. Baseball bats are dangerous. I've heard of that one a lot, where someone's swinging, then they accidentally hit somebody. This guy looks like he got hit with a bat. Olympic runner Oscar Pistorius up for parole. Oh, yeah. Remember that guy? He killed the lady, dude. I wouldn't parole this fucking guy. No way. I mean, he tried to say like he didn't do it, like it was an accident, or I don't know if he did or didn't do it, you guys, but he looks guilty enough to me, Clark the Shark, to fucking leave him locked up. I mean, he looks like one of those mafia guys, dude. This guy, he's looking at me. Like, you, Sharky, look at me. Jamie Foxx breaks silence on malicious lawsuit. Dude, that's probably, Brazilian officials investigating company behind Taylor Swift shows in Rio after fan's death. Dude, why do so many people like Taylor Swift? She's not talented. She can't sing. She can't write. Her songs suck. There's no redeeming quality, you guys, in Taylor Swift. She's a terrible human being, too. She's 35, not married, no kids, dates 100 men. She won't even give this Tavis, whatever his name is, Kelsey, a chance. I mean, this chick is too good for the fucking world. And why all you people out there worship her, you're just as guilty as her. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show, 1-800-449-8255. She represents liberals, the worst of liberalism. She really does, you guys. I fucking can't stand Taylor Swift. She represents rhino Republicans, too. She does. Believe me, no Trump voters like her. They fucking hate her, you guys. 1-800-449-8255. And if they do like her, dude, then they're a fucking rhino. Fuck that. And you talk about an evil person. Angelina Jolie. Thigh-high slit dress. Dude, this chick fucking sucks. I hate her. Angelina Jolie. I'm on Brad Pitt's side. He's a good guy compared to this fucking skank. I don't like her at all. 1-800-449-8255. I don't really like her either, but I like her way more than I like Angelina Jolie. At least this girl, she's kind of old, but she keeps it rocking. And her boyfriend dumped her because she's old and can't have a kid or something. I'm sorry, sweetie. That's just the way that goes. I mean, me too, Clark the Shark. I'm 58. I kind of feel it, your situation, your predicament, ma'am. But you could always adopt foster kids or something. I don't know. Or maybe she doesn't want to have a kid, or who knows. But a lot of guys want to have a kid. That's just a reality. It's true. I hate to say it to a lot of you ladies that are a little older. It's just, you got to fill you in on a dirty little secret, or maybe it's not a secret. Maybe it's well known. Next generation McMahon playing football, Indiana. I don't know. How good is your hospital preventing infections? Dude, I hate going into hospitals. I always wear my mask. because everyone's sneezing and coughing in there, dude. That's where all the viruses are, dude. That's where COVID and the flu and hepatitis and everything spreads, dude. Fuck, next there'll be like Marburg virus in there or some shit, or Ebola. At 1-800-449-8255, right here on the Clark the Shark Show, where Sharky, I don't like hospitals. Ex-Obama admin official charged with stalking as a hate crime after he was recorded taunting NYC vendor. Well, we all know Democrats think they're better than everyone else, and they're racist, you guys. Democrats are anti-Jewish because it's part of their racism. They always tell everyone to be proud of where you're from, who you are, your color. And they've been doing it since they used to own slaves back in the day. They were vehemently, adamantly for slavery. Whereas conservatives and Republicans and Christians were like, dude, you guys, slavery's wrong. Democrats are like, we're socialists. We like cheap labor. And Republicans are like, well, we like cheap labor too, but like, dude, slavery's still wrong. This guy's like an ex-Obama admin official. He's like, Sharky, I'm prejudiced and racist, and I'm a Democrat, and that's how I'm going to stay for all eternity because I'm socialist. It goes hand in hand with racist. And I'm like, yeah, no, dude, it ain't cool. At 1-800-449-8255. Me, Clark the Shark, I'm like a Christian or something. I accept all people. You know, I don't even care. Like most Republican Christian conservatives, dude, we don't make fun of other colors. That's the Democrats that do that. And then you notice, whatever the Democrats do, they accuse you of doing. And it's getting predictable so much now that they're not even really doing this. Now they're just getting busted for hate crimes, like this former Obama admin official taunting an NYC vendor. Well, I expect that from people who are pro-choice abortion, which is racist, because they know black people and, Hispanics are going to do it. So it's all part of their racism, dude, don't you see? And I expect that from the party that used to be pro-slavery. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show, 1-800-449-8255. Me, Shark, I'm kind of like Abe Lincoln. Remember the guy that was shot by John Wilkes Booth, that guy? Yeah, he's anti-slavery, you guys. And, John F. Kennedy was kind of a conservative Democrat. And I think that's why our forces within the government got rid of him. And they got that little communist, socialist, racist named Lee Harvey Oswald to shoot JFK. Yeah, I think, or maybe JFK wasn't shot by Lee Harvey Oswald. Maybe it really was a bunch of government guys looking like, like the mafia does, like wearing suits like they're the air conditioning company on the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository, just like Garrison said about, and Clay Shaw and those guys organized it. Yeah, dude, maybe. 1-800-449-8255. I want you guys to watch that movie, JFK, because I know you guys think Garrison was a conspiracy nut, but dude, he nails it in that movie. Even if it's not true, Clay Shaw and all those guys and, Lee Harvey Oswald being a patsy, it really looks like it. And I think this ex-Obama admin guy right here knows it. He's like, no, I don't, Sharky. I don't know it. I'm just a guy racist who hates, Palestinians or Jews or whoever. I just hate because I'm a Democrat. That's why I'm pro-choice and I want to legalize drugs because, I hate everything. 1-800-449-8255 on the Clark the Shark Show. And it's true, you guys. I don't like liberal Democrat people at all. Trump tells Argentina President-elect Javier Milei he plans to visit. I'm so glad this guy won right here, down there, dude. Argentina, that liberal shithole country. And now they elected this guy. That's awesome. Even though I probably don't like this guy either. he's just a right-wing liberal, you guys. I mean, look at him. He's just a left-wing right-winger or a right-wing left-winger. They're all the same thing, you guys. In the end, the world is a will to power and nothing besides, you guys. It really is. At 1-800-449-8255. Even Trump, I don't even like him. I don't mean to sound fatalistic or negative, dude, but I just don't like anything. I don't trust anyone anymore. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show. Ooh, those look good. Those act like bagels and lox, dude, or some shit. I love that. Oh, dude, Thanksgiving. That looks good. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show. Today I had we had a weird Thanksgiving. We had rice with like chicken and veggies. It was awesome. And I'm full right now on the Clark the Shark Show, you guys, down here in San Diego. This beer is made from recycled shower water. Dude, I would not drink recycled shower. No way, dude. People like masturbate in the shower. And even if they put it through purifiers, dude, I ain't fucking drinking that shit. At 1-800-449-8255. The long road ahead to fix fire-damaged Interstate 10. Probably some like illegal alien started a fire, and now we gotta fucking pay for it. Or fix Interstate 10 at 1-800-449-8255. And is that like a pit bull? Dude, I don't like pit bulls. They're dangerous. How to protect a pet if he's coughing? Dude, pit bulls scare the fucking shit out of me, dude. I don't like those. 1-800-449-8255. How Formula One accidentally helped Las Vegas workers land. I don't know. Macy's, dude. Oh, they're all closing. Amazon's killing them, dude. Put them out of business. Malls, everything. Dude, I mean, keep your kids safe from guns, people. I don't even like guns. I don't own one. Who knows, dude? It'll probably be the death of me. Someone will break in, and I don't have a gun. I'm like one of those, dude. I should probably get one. At 1-800-449-8255. Football. How did it become a Thanksgiving tradition? Just fat, dumb Americans who beat their children watch football. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show. Duh. 1-800-449-8255. And 3 reasons to shop small in Amazon. Amazon's just taking over everything, you guys. It's putting Macy's and everything out of business. The only thing it can't put out of business is Walmart and Target and Sam's Club and that shit. And it'll probably even put Sam's Club and Costco out of business. It'll never put Walmart out, dude. Now, who knows? Maybe Walmart and Amazon are owned by the same company. I wouldn't doubt it. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show. Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Dude. Godzilla. Dude. I love that song, Blue Oyster Cult. Dude, Israel-Hamas truce and hostage release. Dude, it's just so weird, dude, that, the Palestinians come in and attack with paragliders, like paratroopers, and then they get mad when Israel bombs them. I mean, dude, if I attacked someone... I mean, that's how it fucking goes, dude. There's big collateral damage when you attack somebody. Israel-Hamas truce, dude. I wouldn't have a truce with Hamas, dude. I'd just keep bombing the shit out of them if I was Israel, And then there's a part of me that's like, what is Israel even fucking doing there? Or what are we all doing here? You could say this about the whole world. It's not heaven, it's reality. And, the world is a will to power. Everyone's trying to conquer each other all the time, even on a small scale. And Puff Dummy, Sean Diddy Combs is accused of drugging and sexually assaulting a woman back in 1963. Once again, dude, no evidence, no photos. Yeah, something that happened in the 80s or something, or the 70s, dude. I mean... I hate that shit, dude, when you drudge up old shit. John Madden, Turkey, 1-800-449-8255. And we're back to this old fart that Dominion voting systems or someone elected as our president, dude, or mail-in voting. Who the fuck would vote for this guy, dude? I didn't. This guy's saying we should come together. Democrats are always saying we should come together when they're in power, but when a Republican's in power, they never agree that we should come together. Never. You notice that? They never do, you guys. They're always like burning shit or burning down the Burger King or McDonald's or... And then they point the finger at January 6th. You know, when Democrats don't get their way, they burn the shit out of everything. But then they get mad when, you know, I'm not justifying or defending January 6th, but to me, that's no better or worse than the way the Democrats riot and burn shit down, too. I mean, you can argue this forever and ever, but this douchebag is like, we should come together. I'm not fucking coming together with a Democrat. Fuck that, dude. No way. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show, 1-800-449-8255. Investigators believe New York man and his wife were killed in vehicle that exploded at the Canada-U.S. bridge. Wow. Look at that. That looks like some kind of terrorism. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show, 1-800-449-8255. And there's Shannon Doherty, or like the chick, that Dakota, whatever her name is. She looks like fucking Shannon Doherty, dude. I wouldn't... Fuck, dude. I do not like her face, you guys. I'm sorry. 1-800-449-8255. I mean, to be fair, maybe that's a bad picture of her right here on the Clark the Shark Show. There's the couple that's forced to adopt their own kids. And Noah's Ark, dude. I mean, if they do find Noah's Ark, if they don't find Noah's Ark, I mean, dude, there's no missing links. Everything's a mystery, you guys. We are a mystery. It's almost like I, Clark the Shark, am dreaming all this, and all of you are my not so loyal subjects right here on the Clark the Shark Show. Yeah, I think it's true. There is no Earth. There were no dinosaurs. There was no periods tested with carbon-14 in the ground. There are no UFOs. There isn't even a solar system. There isn't an Andromeda. There isn't a Milky Way. All of it was just invented and written by me. I didn't just invent grunge rock, you guys. I invented everything, including Noah's Ark, right here on the Clark the Shark Show, where archaeologists think they might have found the real Noah's Ark. But I'm here to tell you, me, Sharky, you will never find it. Never.